Well, sound plays a very important role in food. Of course, we have the five senses, but to me, sound also plays a major role. And Chur Chur Naan signifies that to the core. Well, today's recipe is Chur Chur Naan. Hey guys, it's me, the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar, and welcome to Rajshri Food. Let's begin. What does Chur Chur Naan mean? It basically comes from the Hindi word churna, or to crush. And this naan, literally, after it's made, is crushed. On the plate, the ball opens up into this beautiful naan, which is laced with butter and a few more rich things. Let's see how it's made. Let's begin with Chur Chur Naan. Let's dab this in some flour. I'm going to do this straight on the tabletop. The shape at this stage is not at all important. The idea is to sheet this nice and thin. The next step is to apply some ghee. The next is to dredge this with some refined flour. Let's start rolling this from one side, going right up to the end of the other side. The next is to flatten this and coil this up. I'm going to press this like so. I'm going to dab this coil which has been flattened into refined flour now, and let's take this back on the rolling board. Let's flatten this and roll this . This way, the concentric circles that we are kind of creating, or the lachas that we are creating, eventually to become a Chur Chur Naan, will become nice and prominent. Eventually, if you see, they look nice and wonderful in these concentric forms. Let's start cooking, for which I've kept a tawa to heat. To cook this, I'm going to lift this up very carefully, and at the bottom, I'm going to apply some water. Let's generously smear in some water, ensuring that while doing so, even the flour kind of drains out. Let's transfer the watered side. This is to ensure that the naan sticks onto the tawa. At this stage, the flame should be medium. Once you see this has got these wonderful bubbles, we lift this and cook this directly on live flame. Keep turning the naan to ensure that it evenly cooks and does not burn anywhere. But a few burn spots, of course, are an identification of a good naan, so that's absolutely fine. But here you need to understand the difference between something which is burnt and well charred. With this, our naan is done and ready. Transfer this like so. The next is to start adding in some toppings. Now this entire list is completely optional. Well, if you want to richen it up, then you can of course add in few more ingredients, but this to me is just perfect, and I've picked this up from Delhi. Some butter with red chilli powder, Chaat Masala, Coriander Leaves, Paneer, some cashew nuts, and finally some grated cheese. Finally, here's where the Chur Chur element comes in. You literally take the naan in both your hands and you crumble it like so. Of course, it's going to be hot at this point in time, but then this is the only way out. But that's how a Chur Chur Naan is. It's almost served like a ball, which gradually then opens up like so. Finally, we transfer this. With this, our Chur Chur Naan is done and ready, and this signifies onomatopoeia to the core. Now you can have this with dal makhani, dal tadka, double tadka marke, paneer sabzis, some quick vegetables, or like me shamelessly have this just like that. On that note, stay tuned for more such quick, simple and stunning recipes. Love you.